Welcome back to Chico and the Grin. I am your host, the Grin, and I'm here with
Chico
on episode number 23, broadcasting live from Inwood, New York.
That's right. Welcome back to my home. Welcome back to my neighborhood.
Yes.
I am known as the colonizer by some. They're like, what are you doing up here, white boy?
Really?
All the time.
Seriously?
Yeah. The girl, as a matter of fact, across the street when I went to go get some food before coming here, the machine was broken. She's like, listen, it's down. She's very Dominican looking. She didn't even try to speak Spanish to me. She's like, listen, it's down. Don't be mad at me. Okay, it'll be up in a few minutes. Don't get frustrated. I was like, hey, it's all right. Don't. Why are you so aggressive? And then she was like, okay, I'm sorry. It works. I'm sorry. Go get a free cake, Poppy. It's okay. And I was like, all right, free cake. What up? Not mad at that.
You speak Spanish to people?
I try not to.
Why?
Because it's not as good as it should be.
Oh. So then they were like, yeah, you are a colonizer.
That's right. They're like, what are you doing? The first couple of weeks that I lived up here, somebody screamed at me, called me a gentrifier. They screamed it at me to my face. I thought they would throw a tomato at me.
Like, ¿Qué hora es?
What? ¿Qué Juana? What's a Juana?
¿Qué hora es? ¿Dónde estás? El biblioteca.
It's right across the street. There's a library right across the street. No, I mean, I can speak Spanish. I'm not comfortable speaking it. But they don't even try. They see me, they're like, oh, this motherfucker only speaks English. He probably eats unsalted chicken. He eats potato salad with raisins. This motherfucker right here. No, it's true. Well, we've gotten off to a strong start here, ladies and gentlemen. But welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for joining us. As always, we are happy that you are joining us.
I'm not going to curse on this podcast anymore.
Why not? You should.
No, I'm going to work on my vocabulary.
All right, that's fine.
But we'll see how long that lasts.
Okay, that's great.
What'll happen first? I use a profanity, or I'll talk about aliens.
Probably profanity.
Want to make a wager?
I don't, because I can't tell with you. You're in a mood. All right. So again, thank you for joining us. We're on episode number 23. So if you've been with us from the beginning, thanks. If you're just now joining us, welcome.
Welcome.
We talk about lots of stuff. Talk about art, talk about politics, talk about where we live. It's very casual conversation, but welcome to the conversation, and we want you to be part of it. Feel free to email us, chicoandthegrin@gmail.com, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments that you'd like to share with us.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep, absolutely.
We post memes, commentary, news, politics, revolutionary topics.
All of that and everything in between.
Art.
Definitely a lot of art stuff. We're both big art nerds.
We don't post as much as we should, though.
No, we probably should post more. we probably should.
We more or less like send each other stuff.
Yeah.
We post.
We don't post a whole lot, but we send a lot of shit back and forth. A lot of good shit, a lot of weird shit.
I tried to get on the Twitter stuff, but I was like...
It's hard. You really got to be on top of Twitter for it to be, like, useful,
Instagram,
you know?
I don't feel like reposting stuff. I just like looking at stuff.
Yeah. I mean, on Instagram, it's just easier to scroll and like, you know. But to create original content is kind of a pain in the ass. But let's start off on a good note, because we're going to veer off to some current events at some point.
Maybe.
Most likely. So, art.
Yes.
So, we've been watching the Picasso show, Genius.
Season
2's on
Antonio
Pablo.
Banderas.
Right, and he's playing older Picasso, because he's old.
Did you know he's from Spain?
Yeah, he's from the same town as Picasso.
Oh. He said that he always wanted to play Picasso.
He fucking got his wish, because he's doing a great job. So for those of you who don't know, because you're uncultured swine, Pablo Picasso is a Spanish painter who eventually just moved to France and lived in France. He was discovered really by the Gertrude Stein, who is famous for doing a lot of work with Pablo and doing a lot of, like I say Pablo, like I know him, with Hemingway and stuff like that, and Fitzgerald, who wrote The Great Gatsby and stuff like that. So she was around a lot of these very famous artists of the time of the early 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Yeah. Basically Midnight in Paris.
Essentially, yeah. And, you know, the right now they're up to episode 5.
Yes.
It's an amazing show. Banderas is doing a great job of portraying Pablo.
I want to buy that man a beer.
Right? I mean, it's an amazing show. And it really, if you're an artist, it kickstarts something inside you.
See, I was going to cuss.
See? Almost.
All I can say is, well, first and foremost, I'm going to buy the series. It's $24.99 on iTunes, and I'm going to buy it. and I love it. I've watched each episode at least 3 times. An episode came on last night. Well, I think it came on Tuesday, but I saw it last night. I already watched it twice. I love the show. It's the way it's shot, the characters, the acting. I only have one bad thing to say about one of the actresses, but I'll get to that. The acting, the storytelling, the dialogue, the artwork. How they're not even talking about the artwork, but more or less the thought that goes into the artwork. And here's a spoiler on a recent episode where they show the battle between Henri Matisse, because I always thought it was Henry Matisse. Henri Matisse and Picasso, and how they became friends. I was like, I love that. Yeah. I love that. And then and shedding light on Gertrude Stein and her impact on the art world. But the one thing I want to say about one of the actresses is not that she had a bad performance or anything, but in reality, she was a teenager.
Francois.
Yeah, and then they have obviously she's an older woman playing her, and it's like, come on, man, the dude was in love with a teenager. It's a fact. Yeah. He was in love with her when she was young, and I don't think it was until she was either 17 or 18 we actually admitted it.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, she was underage, but they have this 20, 30 something year old woman playing this teenager, and it's like, nah, you're not fooling me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different time. Back then, I'm sure 16 and 17-year-olds got married to old dudes all the fucking time.
Well, Degas was a pervert.
Yeah.
The famous painter, and he painted nothing but girls and ballerinas and sculptures and stuff, and he was a straight up pervert.
Yeah.
People knew about it. He always got caught peeping on the girls in the dressing room.
Yeah.
It was like,
it's one of those things.
Just one of those things, man.
I mean, and the show does a really good job of portraying Pablo as, I mean, I guess the word's womanizer.
Oh, yeah.
But he's, it's like, I look at it and I figure he's like a tortured soul because he has this appetite for women and for women to do things for him. He's a manipulator.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because he's that way. It's what makes him such a great artist.
He was a vampire.
Yeah.
And I don't say that as a literal vampire. Of course not. But he was an emotional vampire. And after he died, a lot of people committed suicide that were attached to him.
Really?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, because they were just so engulfed in this man's character and his persona and his personality that they needed it to survive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's how I interpret it, because from what I've read. And yeah, man, he was one of these figures who just took all your emotion. Was just, you had to give it to him. It's like, that's why I say he was an emotional vampire. And it's just one of those things about some people who are great. It's like to be great, you got to suffer in some sense.
Yeah.
But his suffering was just taking it from people,
making
other people suffer.
Yeah. There's so many great lines in that show. And the reason why he goes, everything has a cost. Mm-hmm. In order to create, you must destroy.
Yep.
And he was talking in reference to a relationship that she had with her grandmother. And you see that a lot with a lot of artists. You see that they have a hard time creating real stable relationships with people. And even in the show, when he's with the woman that's a surrealist, who's a painter and a photographer, he drives her mad. She goes crazy. She ends up in a mental institute.
Getting electric shock
therapy. And it's all because he doesn't commit to her.
Yep.
And she knows, all these women in his life play this game. They know they're not the only one. He makes them feel like they are until the other girl shows up, and then he just lets them deal with it themselves.
Yep.
And I don't know. I see the character and I see the personality, and part of it I can kind of resonate with some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if I agree with it, but part of it, I get it. It makes sense to me. And, he makes it very straightforward. And, he's like, you have to play this game if I'm going to let you into my life. And these women agree to it, Don't know if it's the time. I don't know if that would fly now. Maybe it would, because people are a lot more open to relationships, open relationships, and they're open sexually. So maybe that's a thing. But it's very different for that back in the 40s when that was happening.
I think you can pull it off now. It's I'm not comparing myself to Picasso, of course not, but I know for me, art is number one, and art is always, it's just number one. it is what it is, right? And I've told women I've been in a relationship with, like, you're not going to be more important than my work. And that always has caused the problem, right? Always. And each time I try to tell them, each relationship I try to tell them in a different way. I'm like, listen, I need my time for this. I need my time for that. I got to draw, got to sketch, got to doodle, got to do whatever the fuck it is I'm doing. But it's my creative method. And sometimes it works. Most of the time it hasn't worked, right? Because people get attached and they want to spend your time. But like my current relationship now, I remember having this conversation early on, be like, I need time to draw, period. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You're either going to take it or leave it.
Right.
You're either going to accept it or you're not. Like, if you're not going to accept it, there's the door. Because art, and this is one thing I loved about the series. I think he said in the second episode where it was like, he was saying to one of the women he were with, I think it was Dora Ma, how if you're going to be an artist, you don't have time for relationships or time for this. You gotta create art all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's like you just gotta be busy creating stuff. And I was like, and I remember I woke my girl up out of bed and I was like, you gotta listen to this. And I replayed it and I was like, that's how I feel. And she just laughed because she was like, he sounds like you, you know. And a lot of times when we're watching episodes, she was like, you say that, and I was like, yeah. You know? It's like, but for me, it's like, for me, the show hits a lot of different notes. You know, on one aspect, it's helping me think about stuff, think about art. Another aspect is just like, okay, you see how freely they were and how much they really loved what they were doing back then, mm-hmm. right? And then, of course, you see like all the other stuff, like how he's dealing with people now and how much they really appreciated not just their work, but other artists' work. And right. It was like, for me, I'm taking a lot away from each episode. You know, I'm picking up on little tidbits of things, and I'm like, wow, man. It's just, when I first saw it, the first episode was like, what the fuck is this? See, there I go.
Bam. Before Aliens. You got there before
Aliens.
Fucked up.
You know, but I love it, man. I mean, I really, it's been a while since I can actually say, like, yo, I love this series. There was some stuff on Netflix, like Stranger Things, and I think it was that show On My Block, which is pretty funny, mm-hmm. you know, and Alta Carbon is funny, but nothing has hit me in a very long time the way Genius, the Picasso season 2 has hit me, man. It's like,
yeah, it's hitting a nerve that I think a lot of it hits on. I find that a lot of it is like stereotypical stuff that you would expect from an artist, but it's so real that it's not goofy, you know. Like, Picasso is very emotional. Mm-hmm. He has all these weird quirks. He's a manipulator. He has a fucking butler, a manservant. I think he calls him a manservant at one time. Mm-hmm. He does all these weird things. His house is covered in paintings. Like, they're all jig-jagged on the wall. Like, mm-hmm. it's this weird eccentricity. And I don't know. There's something that resonates if you're an artist or you have an artistic personality that you see that and you're like, that makes total sense. Like, that, I get it. You know, I get it.
I want to be in that environment.
Yeah. I mean, he has this big-ass apartment in Paris, paintings all over the wall. He has this whole other section just corded off for him to paint. This other section where people hang out to wait to see him. Yep. Like, it's weird, but, like, it works. And
ballin'.
Yeah. He just makes women fight over him, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Just straight up, you guys deal with it. And they just beat each other up.
Wow, man.
Isn't that fucking wild? I don't know. So, aside from the show being fantastic, it spurred a whole new thing of creativity, even though I'm not a painter or an illustrator or, you know. But for you, it's I'm sure you resonate with it much more than I do. What has it done for you in terms of your own artwork? Do you look at your own artwork differently now?
Hell yeah.
Like, what? Take me through that.
All right, so I know we spoke about this on a few episodes already, because I know that I've been in this transition for a while. So I've been getting back into painting heavy. You know, I go through my phases from illustration, design, sculpting, painting. Now I'm in my painting phase. And over the last few months, I haven't been really liking what I was painting. Damn, did we talk about this? I don't know if we talked, because if not, I can.
We may
go
have
back to the origin,
but go back.
All right, so yeah, I've been in this kind of thing where it's like I'm not really liking my paintings because they haven't been they don't come out the way I want them to come out, right? So I've been painting a lot of stuff and repainting to get it right. And then I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he just gave me this hardcore critique one day. We were at a bar just chilling, eating food, talking about art. And he was like, "You're a deep thinker." And he knows me, and he was saying like I know how you are, I know what you're about. You're always working on art. He was like, you think about everything that you do. You overanalyze everything, but you always want to improve. And he was like, those thoughts patterns, those your methods aren't shown in my work. He was like, your work is too literal. And he was like, stop being so literal and be more abstract, be more open, be more expressive. And it was like, I don't know. I was already on the tip of something when I was painting, because I kept repainting the same piece over and over again because I knew something was there, but it just wasn't right. And once he told me that, it just clicked. I was like, yeah, I definitely got to be more expressive. I definitely got to be like not so literal in your face with what I'm trying to paint. Because for some reason I can be a little bit like when I first started painting, before I even took art class, I was more just putting stuff on canvas, right? Just trying to get the idea out. And now I feel like after all these years, I finally got back to that. And having that conversation with him, started painting again on my own. And then this show was just, I think the show came on a week or 2 weeks after that conversation. So I was already on its high already. And then seeing the show, and it was like, and the stuff they were saying in the show, it just put me, I was like, yeah, I am definitely on the right path, man. And don't overthink my work. Just put it out there, and I've never been a big fan of Picasso, just like I was never a big fan of Van Gogh. But, it's funny because seeing certain movies will make me interested in people's work. It's like I was never into Impressionist work. But then I remember I took a tour the tour was about going from the Renaissance to Impressionist, and that tour literally made me a fan of Impressionist work because it explained why the Impressionist movement was important.
Right.
Now, I knew Picasso was always the first great modern artist, is how he's considered.
Yeah.
And this show just makes me want to go dive into his work even more. Like, I have this picture on my phone of Picasso, like, as he's probably like 60s or 70s. He's old as hell.
That's the place. That's the fucking place. Yeah.
But this picture, I've only had this picture on my phone because it's him, and he has like this cool gesture. He's in his little, his comfort gear, but he has like all these massive paintings in his studio. And for me, I was like, this is where I want to be. I want to be that old guy who's been a painter all his life, and he's just standing with all his work, And I don't know, just all these things coming into play and all these things. And I'm always conflicted with like the day job and stuff. But for some reason, that show is just like the icing on the cake. It was like, yeah, you're doing well. Just keep going, and I think that's why I keep watching episodes. Even I keep listening to the episodes, because it's like hearing from other artists about their struggle or their dialogue, their conversations about their art or their inspirations. It's like, it doesn't seem crazy to me it might seem crazy to somebody else, but for me, it's like, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the mark of not only a good artist, but of a good show, a very well-produced show. That I'm sure we're not the only people who's feeling this when they watch the show. I'm sure other artists who who've been fans of Picasso for a long time are watching this and are being stirred up too. I mean, it's a very powerful show. So I remember you mentioned something you wanted to talk about, some exhibits that you're going to at the Met.
Oh yeah, let's keep the ball rolling on art.
That's right.
So I'm a member of the Met. I always go there.
Yeah, you're there all the time.
Yeah, at least once a month. I try to go. So recently they had a big exhibit because they have the Met Spring Gala, and it was this theme was Heavenly Bodies, Fashion, and a Catholic Imagination. I
was so confused when I saw the Met Gala show and I saw everybody dressed up like the Pope.
Yeah,
I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah,
I was so confused, and somebody's like, "Oh, it's inspired by religion." I'm like, "That's some bullshit."
But a lot of it's funny because they had the outfit that Cardi B was wearing on the exhibition.
Really?
So I thought when everybody was walking in on a red carpet that they were just wearing stuff from other designers. but they were actually wearing items from the exhibit.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because when you go in the exhibit, you'll see all these dresses and all the. It's mostly dresses. You'll see a couple of male outfits, but most of them are dresses.
Did you see what Jared Leto was wearing? He looked like Jesus.
Nah.
He was wearing this.
Isn't he coming out with a Jesus movie?
I don't know, but he was wearing an all white thing that's very flowy that looked like robes, and he had a golden thing around his head, a golden crown of thorns, and he has the beard, and he has the look of Jesus in his eyes. He looks like an old Renaissance Jesus painting.
I think it's him as Jesus, and then that girl from the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah,
not the American version.
No, yeah, the Euro version.
The pale chick.
Yeah,
she also played in Peter Pan.
Did you see Donald Glover? He had
he had the Illuminati sign.
Yeah,
on the back.
Yeah. Did you see the gif of somebody screaming out, "Donald, how many blunts should I light up tonight?" He turns around and goes, 2. It was awesome. He had the Illuminati symbol behind his back too. That was awesome.
I saw that because of all the memes and everybody was talking about it. Oh, he sold his soul. And I'm like, I don't care.
I think the person who looked the flyest, and I don't even like the whole fashion thing, was Chadwick Boseman.
What do you wear?
He had this fly pimp ass suit, this white suit, and when he turned around, it was like 3 crucifixes and bright ass gold. It looked like something right out of Wakanda. Right out of Wakanda. It looked so fancy.
Yo, he's going to forever do that greeting.
Yep.
No matter what.
Did you see the Avengers read mean tweets about themselves?
No. Oh, well, let's get this guy with this black ass name.
Why does the coolest black guy from the coolest black nation have the white ass name I've ever heard? Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick. What? That is a really white name. Chadwick. Yeah. That's I thought he was really African. He really fucked my head up when I realized he was from South Carolina.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, he's not African?
No.
That's fake?
Do you ever see that movie, Call Me King? It's on Netflix.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he plays a South African. It's an action movie. It's good.
Really?
Yeah, he's a South African. He comes over here looking for his sister, and he just gets into it's not like Steven Seagal type action. It's a low-key action flick.
Huh.
And then the ending is the best part.
It's called Call Me King?
It's like Call Me King or My Name is King or something like that. And it takes place in LA. It's like a real, just simple movie. He comes over here, his girl. He hasn't heard from his sister in a while. Comes over here, where's she at? He finds out some stuff happened to her, and then he tracks down the guys, and it's just it deals with Hollywood, deals with pedophiles.
Oh God,
it's it's a crazy movie. But it's his sister just got caught up in some stuff. But the action scenes, I'm like, this is pretty on point. It was just straight to Netflix, real sleeper.
All right, that's gonna add some else. Maybe I'll watch
it
tonight.
He keeps the accent.
Oh, the same accent?
Yeah.
Where is my sister?
I'm like,
where is my sister?
Dude, what? When I saw the movie, I was like, damn, maybe this dude is actually.
It's so he's perfected it so well.
Yeah.
When he did Black Jeopardy, yo, that shit had me dying.
Yeah. Wait, I think I understand it.
I think I understand. Oh hell no. That may be. I don't really like SNL, but that skit was maybe one of the better ones they've done in a long time. It was fantastic. Black Jeopardy is so good. And then when they did The Quiet Place with Donald Glover, did you see that one?
No.
Oh my God! So we're going to go see A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Remember when they're walking between the corn stuff and they had to walk on the white powder?
Okay.
It's Donald Glover and the other cast members, and he goes, guys, Kanye West just tweeted. And he starts reading out the Kanye West Trump tweets, and one guy goes, "What?" and gets snatched. And he keeps reading them, and they just keep getting snatched because people keep going out, losing their mind. It's hilarious. It's really good. When SNL has a better hit rate this season than they did last season, I think.
That's good.
Yeah, because as of late, they've been real garbage.
They're always on a roller coaster. It's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
It depends on the cast.
Yeah.
It depends on the cast. All right, so covered some art stuff. I guess it's time to jump into a little current events. So where shall we start? Let's see.
You pick.
All right, let's start with Donald Glover's, since we're talking about Donald Glover, right? Let's talk about his This Is America song and music video.
You go first.
Okay. So, for those who don't know, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, very talented
Lando
artist.
Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian.
Calrissian.
Excuse me. Of Solo and Star Wars fame. he came out with a music video and a song.
Are we gonna bring a flask? I got a flask we could bring to it. We can like get all saucy.
I'm down with that. I am down with that. I have a flask.
We're going to the Dolby Theater, by the way.
The Dolby Theater. Comes out with the song called "This Is America," and it is a very interesting, very political and social-driven song. The video itself is comprised in such a way that he is doing what you would consider popular rap and hip-hop culture dances, while we're also showing the reverse side of that by kind of demonstrating what the black community is suffering from. So on the one end, you have him walking around dancing, doing all these, trap dances or whatever, and then he turns on, he shoots, he comes up with an AK-47 and shoots a black church choir. There are verses in the song that call they say like "Black man get that money," and it's just a very socially aware.
Murders a guy, but then it's healthcare over gun care.
That's right. It's healthcare over gun care.
Guns more.
Yep. If during
a lot of little things.
Yeah, it's packed with a lot of detail, and there's a lot to unpack. So when you watch it, you have to watch. I've watched it a few times. Mm-hmm. There's one part in the back where there's death on a pale horse riding through a scene, and behind him he's followed by hell, which is followed by police cars, which in this country, African Americans and blacks and minorities don't have the best relationship with law enforcement.
Never have.
Right. So there's a lot of things that his outfit, he's wearing no shirt, and the pants he's wearing are Confederate Army pants. So those are the same pants that the Confederate Rebel Army wore during the Civil War, the gray white speckled pants. So there's a lot of things. The song's great. It's like destroying the Billboard charts and the Spotify charts. It's number one. It knocked this song, while it's very catchy, it's weird to see a song that has this kind of message knock somebody like Drake off the top of the number one hits list.
God's Plan is my joint.
Right. So is mine. I love that song. But this song was so powerful that it took it right. It took I think God's Plan was at the top for like 15 weeks, and this just knocked it off immediately. Like within 2 days, this took the number one chart spot on the chart.
But I'm gonna be honest. It's like I like the video.
Mm-hmm.
I like the song.
Mm-hmm.
However, the lyrical content wasn't all that great. Now, the video itself is a work of art.
Yeah, the video itself is amazing.
The song itself isn't a work of art. And I think because of the video, people like the song more.
Yeah.
But if you didn't see the video, would you like the song more?
I don't think so.
Which is now I'm not taking I'm not trying to take. I don't have anything against Childish Gambino. I'm just saying from my point of view.
Yeah.
Now, there's acts out there who are lyrical content. They have the lyrical content to talk about political issues on a regular basis in an in-depth manner, right? Benny Pass, Ill Bill, Jedi Mind Tricks, Dead Prez, Common, Brother Ali. He's phenomenal with the lyrical skills, and these people they all talk about straight up hardcore social issues. The only thing I don't like about the Childish Gambino video or song is that it's the video. You know what I'm saying? Like when people come out with songs, nobody listens to them.
Right.
Like a few years ago, during the election, Nipsey Hussle and YG, two guys from the West Coast, one guy's a Blood, one guy's a Crip. They came out with a song called FDT, called Fuck Donald Trump.
Oh, I remember that.
Dope ass song. I was like, oh, this is the shit that we need. Because it was during the campaign. It was when everybody was running.
Right.
And this song was brutal to the effing point, man. Like, brutal. But lyrically, it was dope. But it got no radio play. It got no play. People didn't want to hear it. I kept asking people, like, yo, you a hip-hop head. You ain't hear this? Oh, no, I don't mess with him. I'm like, listen to the song. But nobody cared.
You know why, right?
Now, I hear the song being played.
Right. But you know why nobody listened to the white... You know why YG gets a bad rap in general?
Why?
Because one of his main lyrics is, I could see that pussy through that white dress.
So?
It's like... It's such like a opposite... Like, when you hear somebody rap like that, you don't take their political rap seriously.
But that's the thing. He didn't change up his style.
Right.
Like, none of them... and that's another thing. Like, these guys, they didn't change up their style to be socially conscious. You know, to be like, oh, I'm going to. No, they was still two gang banging motherfuckers talking about politics.
Yeah.
So they didn't change up anything. They were just like, F Donald Trump. Literally, the song is called "Fuck Donald Trump."
Yeah, no, I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember when it came out, I was like, "That's
but my
straightforward."
thing was like, and I remember when it came out, I was like, nobody's hyped over this. Now, like I said, now I hear the song being played. It's in rotations now. But I'm like, when that song came out, y'all didn't like. There was no. That song should have shook up the system. And they talked about a lot of things that you and I have talked about on this podcast regarding Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I like it bothers me when people become sheep and they're just like, oh, well, I see this on MTV, I'm gonna listen to it. Well, not every good song is on MTV. A lot of good music isn't even on television or radio because it's not backed by a major label.
Right. A lot of it's very small, independent stuff. Snap! Indie music. We're listening to indie music.
Yeah. I mean, I just love music. So when I hear something, regardless of who it's from, regardless of what they had before. Like, I'm not a big fan of Rick Ross, but he has a few songs that I'm like,
lemon pepper.
I mess with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when he's talking about genocide and killing black people, I'm like, I ain't got time for that. But when he's talking about the money stuff, I'm like, I listen to it, I'm like, I mess with you. Because it's motivation for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that goes with everything, right? That goes with movies, TV, music, whatever kind of resonates with you at the time.
The couch is like,
yeah, the couch. This couch will suck you right in, not in a good way. This couch is all.
Like, how come I'm down here?
Yeah, the couch is a little messed up, but it's one of those couches that's super comfortable, and you can just lean into it, and it just absorbs you. Yeah, I've fallen asleep on this couch many a time.
Too cozy.
It's very cozy. It is a very cozy apartment. We don't have the cat running around right now, though. Cat's in the bedroom.
Where's the grandma with the cookies?
She's coming. She's coming. Just you wait. So Donald Glover, interesting. If you haven't seen it, go see it. This Is America.
And like I say, I don't mean to bash him.
Do not diss Lando Calrissian.
I'm just saying, it's like, I listen to a lot of music that gets no airplay, and people, yes, this was a great work of art, the video, but the song itself, no.
Could be better.
It could be a lot better. If the song had the lyrics that the video were talking about what's in the video. And that's my biggest gripe with it. I'm like, I look at the video, I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. It's very captivating. But the song itself, no, it's not captivating.
Right. Well, he's much more of a visual storyteller. I mean, I don't really like Childish Gambino music in general. I know his last album, people like kind of went crazy over it. They said it's really good. I listened to it. It was enjoyable. But if you look at his visual stuff, like Atlanta or the short films that he has on YouTube, you can tell he's much more of a storyteller via like TV and movie, and so you can tell that's where his passion lies. Musically, he's not bad. He's definitely better than average, which is why I think the song is okay, but the video was really good because he really sat down and could visually tell you a story with. Like, if there was no music going on and you watch that video on mute, it would still, I think, had that same kind of
Wasn't the video about a guy who directs Atlanta?
Yeah.
His friend?
Yeah. I mean, they're a team. They both work on Atlanta together. So I think that's one of those things, you know. Side note, did you see the video of the white girl who copied that one? It's so terrible. So this white girl did the same exact thing, switched it up, and it made it about feminism.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And it's really bad. It's all about like white feminism.
What's it called?
I don't want you to watch it right now because you get in a real bad mood.
We're recording.
Just if you go to Google, type in "This Is America" female and see it's the one with the white girl. I forgot her name. I saw it. Somebody put it on Facebook and they made a whole post about it. Like, this is literally the opposite of what this is about. Like, you literally just took something with no creativity and just mushed it and made it worse. Did it come up? Did you find it?
Yep.
Oh no. He's about to watch it. Oh no. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to witness the explosion of John Smalls. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I want to see the video. I'm seeing like all these reactions to it.
I can send you the link.
No, I'm gonna watch it now.
Oh boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna. Well, we're gonna keep rolling, and I'm gonna just watch him as he does.
This white feminist parody of "This Is America" totally missed the mark.
Yes, that's the same thing I saw. Oh no, this is gonna be either amazing or disastrous all at once.
Okay, hold up. I'm on the Washington Times website, so I'm trying to get the video to pull up. Come on.
Should I pull it up on the television?
Oh, what are we in the Jetsons? You can do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
God damn.
Yeah, hold on.
Fancy pants.
Oh, my phone's off. Give me 1 second. I can pull it up on my phone, and we can watch it on the TV.
You want me to just put it on my big screen TV?
We can pull it up, and we can enjoy it together.
I have a smart TV.
That's right. I do have a smart TV. That's right.
I make money like that.
No, not me. My girlfriend does. I'm broke as shit. Let me see here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this as a group.
You want another beer?
Yes, please. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Let's mute that because we don't need to hear the television. All right. I hope everybody's enjoying this episode of Chico and the Grin, sponsored by Sam Adams Summer Ale. Grab yourself a crisp, refreshing summer ale today. Featuring the amazing flavor profile for summertime, Sam Adams welcomes you to the summer. I'm just kidding. That wasn't a paid sponsorship at all. I just happen to like Sam Adams Summertime Ale. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going here. All right. Let's see. YouTube. Thank you very much for the beer, John Smalls. Okay.
Dude.
Yes.
You're taking a little while.
Oh, hold on. Found it. All right. It's 3 minutes and 55 seconds of hilarity. All right. Let's see.
This is not a woman's edit. This is a white woman's edit.
Exactly.
Tweet it a third person.
This
if
is
you cannot see the difference, you're a feminist and a hack.
There are so many reactions to this. It's amazing. All right. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to play that.
This is kind of awesome.
Right?
Is this how you watch a porn too?
Yep. Oh, the cat's out. All right. I hope you guys can hear this. It's atrocious.
Oh, Lord. It opens with a woman breastfeeding. Hey, why'd your cat buy my sneakers?
Uh-oh, John's mad.
This is horrible.
It gets worse.
That woman's beautiful.
Yep.
Not the singer.
Yep. You look so confused.
I mean, I'm trying to listen to her lyrics, but
yeah, it's almost not audible.
female fighters who've been kicking the Taliban's butt, and then I wouldn't want to be the Taliban because I'm gonna get my butt kicked. Anyways.
What the fuck?
This shit is so weird. It's so low budget. It's bad.
1, 2, 3, get down.
I wish Donald Glover would jump in here and just shoot these girls. Just for ripping off his idea. Ew, what is that? Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
You're just a woman in this world. You're just a powerless girl. You're just a villain if strong. Love or ambition is wrong. No one believes
Maybe the most powerful scene of the original music video is written by this.
you're a bitch, but you're weak if you're crying.
That one over there, though.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So after watching that, I can understand why she made that. But like the people whose comments I was reading, yeah, she missed the mark because some of the things she said, it was like, really?
Yeah. I mean, what bothers me most about that is not the message overall, because I get the message. What bothers me is that she took somebody else's a very original idea, and just kind of put her own sloppy, uncreative thing over it.
Sloppy.
You know, it's sloppy. It's sloppy. It's kind of insulting.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely had a bias towards white women in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I was Donald Glover, I'd be like, yo, where my lawyer at?
I was told once that the feminist movement is the equivalent to the civil rights movement, right?
That's not true.
And I went off.
Did you karate chop him in the neck?
Damn near.
Like Austin Powers?
Damn
Judo
near.
chop, pow!
I just say, like, the person who said it to me, I almost lost my shit. You know, because I was like, there's no, like, I understand women have it bad, Latinos have it bad, but until people are being slaughtered,
right,
like killed, taken off the earth, no more, don't ever fucking tell me that what you're going through is equivalent to what they went through.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
You know, and I'm like, nah, man. So I look at it, what Donald Glover did in his video, the content, not the song, but the video and what it was about. And I get it. She wanted to make a she wanted to spread a message about something, but you did it in a wrong way because you're trying to put these two things in the same category, and they're not. And you're trying to say, like, oh, you'll give up this to become, you rather give up that and become a terrorist or some shit. Like, what?
Yeah, that's wild.
You're not like.
It's. I mean,
I get it. I get why she wanted to make a video about something.
I get it, but
that's the YouTube generation.
Absolutely. I want to know. First off, I don't even know who she is. I don't know who Nicole Arbor is. Is she an actress? Is she a musician?
She's someone who could tap dance.
Is she just a YouTube personality?
She likes ripped jeans.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who she is, so I'm not going to go ahead and make any assumptions based on what her profession is. But I would imagine that Donald Glover put some serious time and effort into developing that song and then developing the concept behind the video. Clearly, this video's been out for, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yep.
So she, in 3 weeks at least, put this together.
And jumped on the bandwagon.
Jumped on the bandwagon, hopping on somebody else's creativity to do this.
Columbusan.
Yeah, she's the colonizer now.
Columbusan. They even use that word anymore?
No, they use colonizer because of Black Panther.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm a colonizer. I have a friend.
I'm so old.
I have a friend at work that calls me colonizer. So I made it. She's black and she calls me white boy.
Yeah.
Even though she knows I'm Puerto Rican, but it's fine. It's all in good fun. So she'll come up to me sometimes and she'll show me. She goes, "Good morning, colonizer." It's all in good fun. But like that's why it's stuff like this that makes me annoyed. Like I'm not big on racial sensitivity per se. Like my rule is don't call black people niggers and you should be okay. But it's stuff like this that I'm just like, damn. Like you took something that had a real specific message and you just made it all about you.
Yep.
And I'm like, and I think it's sloppy, but like what Donald Glover did was so. The video and the song were so like laser precise about what he's trying to tell the rest of the world. And she was just like, but white girls and being a woman. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. Y'all have issues too, for sure. But how about you do your own thing in your own way and not take that idea over there that is insanely popular, that was created by a black dude?
How come if you're so proud and you're a feminist and you're this, that, and the other, how come you can't just create your own? How come you got to jack somebody else's idea?
That is a good
question. Because if you had the idea and somebody jacked your idea, you ready to fucking burn it down and cause a protest.
Yep.
But you just jacked somebody else's idea.
He just dropped the mic, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't see that because
it's horrible.
The mic has a muffle on it, but he dropped the mic.
Horrible.
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely it's really
contradiction.
Yeah. No,
contradiction.
It's right against
somebody did all the work,
and you take all the credit.
And you trying to take all the credit.
You dirty skank.
Colonizer.
But yeah, don't insult me like that.
Not you.
I know, but I'm a colonizer. If she's a colonizer, then that's worse.
She's a colonizer.
Oh Lord. But it doesn't end there. That was only the.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, Johnny, there's more. Tell them what they've won. They have won not one, but two racist white people in the news in these past 2 days. Our first runner-up is this white lady from wherever calling the police on a black family in the park that's getting ready to barbecue.
Now she's a meme.
And now she's been memed to death. The best part of that video was watching her cry at the end of the video when the cops that shit had me dying.
Yo, not to sidetrack from that, but I saw a video today from a guy. He was recording a woman. The woman was like, "Gun." He's just, I'm dead serious. He's just like, "Fuck you." Seriously, she's on the phone and she's like, "Gun, help, gun, help," all this shit. She's like, "Don't point that gun at me. Don't point that gun at me." He's like, "Fuck you."
That's amazing.
And I'm just like, "Yo, man,
that's scary.
That's funny.
That's dangerous,
but it's scary at the same time."
That's real scary. He could. Well, whoever could have gotten shot. So I don't even want to pull up this lady's name because I don't want to give her the recognition that she's getting from
these
people.
Meme.
But she's a meme. She's a woman who called the police on a black family that was in the park getting ready to barbecue.
Oh, but doesn't she teach at some college or something?
Mm-hmm. I hope not anymore.
Yeah, I think she was a teacher.
So that was one thing, and people were losing their mind off that.
Yes.
But the very next week, and this happened like yesterday or the day before.
The lawyer?
There's a rich, well, I don't know if he's rich. I'm assuming he is, but I could be wrong.
The lawyer.
There's a lawyer, a white man, is at a restaurant / kind of like eatery here in New York in Midtown. And he's surrounded by people, as you would be in Midtown at lunchtime. And there's people around him speaking Spanish. Very common if you live in New York City. There are a lot of languages that are spoke here.
Aaron Schlossberg.
Okay, Aaron Schlossberg. He flips out on video saying all these racist things to these people. So what happens? The internet wins again. They used the internet. They found out who this dude was. They found out he was a lawyer.
Boom.
They fucking blasted him on the internet.
Boom.
He got kicked out of his space at his law firm.
Boom.
They have a video of the paparazzi chasing him outside his apartment. He's using an umbrella to hide from the photos. That the way he skirmished away, the way he like kind of crawled away, maybe one of the
best. Ain't a big man no more.
No, now when you have paparazzi and people yelling at you.
But you know what's funny?
Boy,
they changed this Google page.
Oh my God! I'm sure they wrecked his Wikipedia. If he didn't have a Wikipedia, he has one now.
They changed it to a Mexican restaurant.
That's so good. That's so good. They were trying to organize a petition to have a Spanish party at his law firm to just line cars up and just blast Spanish music outside his firm, which now he doesn't have because he's a puto and he got fired. Well, it's his own firm, but his landlord fucking kicked him out for breach of whatever. But that goes to show you nowadays you know I'm not opposed to people being assholes. I think it's your right as a human to be an asshole. But when you're a racist asshole for no reason, then I think you deserve the full force of the internet.
He might get disbarred.
Yeah, and he might get disbarred. Senators have filed formal complaints against him for his behavior, and he's going to have to go to the New York bar and explain himself. I wonder what this guy is going to say to defend himself. Like, what can you say? You're on video. He's
going to say, no habla inglés.
You know there's another video that would, oh, my God, that would be amazing. He goes, pero yo no hablo inglés. No sé. Jesús me ayudan. Jesús. That shit would have me dying. Oh, my God.
I bleed the babe.
I have a pain in my chest. I can't breathe. I have a pain in my chest.
The lady at the park, though, she's funny.
Yeah,
because she's a meme now.
Yeah, she went too far. They made her a meme. What was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot what to say. I laughed too hard. I forgot my thought. Oh boy. Yeah, but this asshole. Oh my God, I can't believe. There's another video of him doing that. There's a video of him. Apparently, he
walking to the guy.
Yeah, that. Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "What country you from?" I was like, "I'm a white guy from Massachusetts." He can't even be a proper racist.
See, when I saw that video of him when the guy was like the other guy was recording everything, then he gives a commentary after the fact, and I was just like, is this legit? Because this dude keeps getting caught on video.
Right. And they said this is an older video.
I thought it was like I don't know, like some type of prank.
Yeah,
or a publicity stunt.
As far as I know, this is something that happened previously, but the guy never released the footage because it's just fucking.
It's the same thing with the guy, with him being down at the protest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This cat's being creepy. I don't even know how you got out the room. You got somebody say cat?
Check this out. Are they the same person?
That would be funny. That would be if they were
the White House press secretary.
Yeah.
And that racist woman with the glasses.
They look similar, but they're just fat white women.
Are you saying all fat white women look alike?
Yes. Yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I can believe that.
Lots of weird things in the news, man. Racism never ends. It just evolves into fucking white lawyers.
I was listening to an interview with on DJ Vlad and with
oh man, I haven't watched that YouTube channel in forever.
DL Hewley.
Really?
The comedian.
Yeah.
So you know how comedians, they always have a different take on things.
Yeah.
I tend to think comedians are some of the most intellectual people in society.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, they have to be to an extent because they're the ones who poke the right jokes. So they talked about a lot of stuff. I think it was like at least hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. And but there was a few things D.L. Hewley said that it made me think. But he was saying how, and I agree with it, on America's built on racism. You know, it's a part of our culture. It's a part of everything that is American. But he has said one thing. He was like, if they ever decide to eradicate racism in America, the whole system would fall apart. Because you got to think about it like this. You got schools, you have monuments, you have streets, you have buildings, you have holidays, all named after somebody who did a crazy, insane act of racism or oppression or contributed some form of genocide against everybody in America. So somewhere, somebody's affiliated to something. And it's like, and this is all of, and protect all the famous people that matter, at least. And
right.
He was like, the American system would fall apart if you ever got rid of racism. So I was like, you know, I know that like America's built on racism. I'm not gonna see it end in my lifetime, unless, like Ronald Reagan says, there's some greater enemy that comes in that forces us all to unite.
Right.
But
like aliens.
I didn't say that.
I did, because you cursed first.
But
so I got to bring up the aliens.
But until that happens, like I remember after September 11th, when I was living in San Antonio, you know, blacks weren't targets anymore. Everybody who looked Arab was a target.
Yep.
It didn't matter if you were Arab or not. If you looked Arab, you were a target. So something like that was like, if there has to be a enemy from outside, that forces us all to unite. But until that happens, racism is always going to be.
Absolutely.
But when he was talking about that, he was saying like, yeah, he's like, it's ingrained in us so much that to eradicate it, you can't just stop with taking down a statue.
Yeah.
You got to change everything.
Got to change everything.
You know, because think about how many presidents had slaves.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. You know, and that built the country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it was a good conversation. But he said that, and he said a few other things. I gotta start taking notes on this in the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty loose podcast though.
I know, but still, yeah. I like to have like a little bit of cliff notes when I'm referring back to stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on today?
No.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 23. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for this hour of conversation. As always, we appreciate your listenership. If you'd like to help the podcast grow, which I'm hoping you do, feel free to leave a review on iTunes and Google Play. All the reviews help. Leave us a rating. Helps big time. Get in contact with us. ChicoandtheGrin@gmail.com. Chico and the Grin at Instagram. Chico and the Grin on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Don't use it a whole bunch. But another way to get in contact with us, should you choose, we encourage you to let us know what you think. But yeah, this is Chico.
In the Grin.
Coming to you from Inwood. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
Peace.
Stay black.